All right, it's May 15th, 2014, and I just finished a trial here in Hastings, Minnesota on second-degree assault with a dangerous weapon and terroristic threats. And with me is a juror from the trial, and thank you for your service in the trial. You guys worked hard to come to a decision, and we appreciate the decision you made. But what I'm looking for is maybe if you can tell consumers out there what we did well in the trial from the time I started, picking a jury, opening statements, cross-examination. There was some putting our own defense witnesses on as well, and then the closing, and just looking for your impressions of things.
Sure. I guess I felt that you guys were very thorough for the information that was brought. I was given a very clear picture of what had happened. The displays you used, electronics, that was very helpful. When you're trying to collect your thoughts, that kind of narrowed it down, kind of did a summary for us. How you were speaking also, I guess it showed compassion at the same time, but staying to the point. Kind of made it more, I shouldn't say a comfortable setting, but in a way that it kind of did. You were very precise of the words that you were using, so there was I didn't feel like I was being taken around a corner to hear everything that was being said for a reason. So it was, I guess, a clear trip from A to B.
Sure. Instead
of just hopping there. And the closing again, though, too, that really helped because of all of the information that came in. It really brought it all together, fresh, sitting in your mind. So I thought it was very good.
And you noticed in this case, the prosecutor didn't use any electronics, no PowerPoint presentation and that's a style thing. I thought that in this particular trial, because the jury instructions could get somewhat confusing, and there were also several points about why there's reasonable doubt, that it would be helpful to just list it without putting an overwhelming amount of slides out there. Just enough information for you guys to understand what we're really going after in this trial and why we think there's a reasonable doubt on these charges. Was that helpful in this trial?
Very helpful.
Okay. Yeah, that's good to know. Well, did you get any sense about, people do jobs for a number of reasons. Some of them do it for money, some of them do it for status, some of them do it just because it's a job they fell into, and other people do what they do because they absolutely love doing what they're doing. Did you get any impression from the trial about how we feel about the work that we do?
You definitely can see that you care. You're there for, I would say for justice, to make sure that it's being done correctly, not for the greed.
Yeah, thank you.
Can see that.
That's important. I really appreciate that. It's always an honor to do a jury trial. Juries spend a lot of time and hard work making a decision, and they've got a lot on their minds as well, and it's an important part of our system. Thankful to all the jurors out there that do take their jobs seriously, including you, and I thank you for that. I enjoy defending people accused of crimes because I want to make sure that they get a fair day in court and that they're not overcharged or bullied around by law enforcement or by prosecution in the court process. So it is about making sure people get professional, diligent, hard-hitting defense, but that's also fair so that people have their day in court like they're supposed to. If you have any more questions, my name is Ryan Pacyga. You can find me at arrestedminnesota.com or at 612-339-5844.